again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and I resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
What people do eat no money, what people at you eat no at you. Covid money miss away in the little rat you. Use the youth the money waste no must a man to statue. Say me like a catch you but bigger than a figure you. Take the script of money girl and say that it's not you. One day the man above end up him a got a bed. Too much eating at the kitchen some a fly by like a pat too. When singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me
300% raise.
It burn me
Garbage pile of it is.
It burn me
Give the teacher them raise.
It burn me
I see corruption face.
It burn me
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me
And them a sell out with each.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and I resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
Come me say big up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The urgent the promises, none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth, them rap and they down in our river. Member bold money and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start like thief when them sell.
It burn me.
Or they treat the market man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the cat man.
It burn me.
Or they treat the peanut man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the dirt man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the son man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat policeman.
It burn me.
How them a treat soldier man.
It burn me.
How them a treat everyone.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Sorry about the sudden stop. I was doing a lot of things. Karen, wagwan, how you do? How you do? Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I hope you all had a glorious weekend and you're all set for the week. My week started on a very busy one. I had a lot of errands to run today. Apologies because you haven't seen me from morning. It's because of my errands running up and down. Hospital appointment, here appointment, you name it. I had all of them arranged today. So I had to have all of those things filled. But good evening and welcome to my I think I'm back. Me come back now. Honodo. Welcome. Good evening to everyone. I want to make something clear before I start anything else. Hold on. I'm freezing again. Bear with me, people. Oh, gosh. Bear with me, please. This thing is playing up on me. It's not changing it on the screen. Yes, it starts now. Oh my God. Tonight is not the night, but we're going to tag on. No matter what game the computer play with me tonight, we're going to tag on. Yes. I want to make something clear in this report. I may have read the report wrong in relation to the names on the report. Never mind. Never mind. It is still a damning report for Andrew Holness, the government, and the Jamaica Labour Party. Barring that, it is a damning report. We are just waiting for the full details of it. But Cliff Hughes start talk. Murdoy, woy, help Cliff start talk. Hold on. I want to say to the JLP, bunch of cockafarts over the rich boy sin thing there. The Elon Musk. Pop your hairs out. Nobody there will sell hair glue. Pop on the hair. Confuse Venetia Phillips. You don't know which political party to sell your body to. It is quite a redundant argument, Venetia, for even you, Venetia Phillips, who don't know what your political alignment is, to even open your mouth politically. Because whichever politician or political party, Miss Phillips, push their hand in their pocket, I guarantee, Miss Phillips, you'll be on the polls. We've seen you done it before. You spin and dance for the Jamaica Labour Party. You spin and dance for the People's National Party. So therefore, nobody run and not listen to you. Nothing what you say. Whole water because we know say who pay you your talk for. And also you go Venetia Phillips. Tell me if I lie. Venetia Phillips is over Twitter, pulling out her hair, rolling on the ground, asking for Mark Golden's birth certificate. Can you believe it? Can you believe that Venetia Phillips is over Twitter, wallowing, pulling out her hair, asking for Mark Golden's birth certificate? Given that I just when Venetia left PNP just shortly before local government, given that Venetia go over to a party where a white boy who was born in London is fraudulently, corruptly making his way to this representative after he resigned from the Senate and Minister of Government, and we never knew about it for over a week after his resignation. Because there's a stitched up to go into the House of Representatives. Do you think you calling for Mark Golden birth certificate, Venetia Phillips, make any sense at all? Given the whole math circus, how does the white argument work against Mark Golden? How does the born in the UK argument work against Mark Golden? How does the allegiance versus Jamaica and England work against Mark Golden? defending the indefensible really won't work with critical thinkers. It will only work, Miss Phillips, with tribalists. And not even your type of tribalism, Miss Phillips. Because your type of tribalism have a price, is it not? Hmm? These political hypocrites. Hmm? These people who come to you every election cycle to buy votes, to manipulate you. These are the very same people playing politics on both sides of the coin, however it suits them. I expect you to give them your vote and expect you to hand power to them. And them don't know which side of the kind. Them depend, Venetia Phillips, who follow the money, is asking for Mark Golden's birth certificate. Can you believe it? I wonder if you get it, Miss Phillips, what you would do with it. And why it would matters. Here is a case of the education system. I would call it failing a child all over again. A father is distraught after learning that his 15-year-old son, who was charged with a minor offense last year, has been barred from attending a prominent high school despite his successful completion of a child diversion program for which he received commendation. The outcome is extremely disappointed, and I am going to ask the school to reconsider its decision and to allow the child to reintegrate, because I know that on many occasions, students who have completed the program have been able to influence good behavior among other peers. Minister of Justice Chuck said last week. I don't hear anything much from the Ministry of Education, or it might pass my eyes. But this is double punishment, is it not? And this is also setting up a child to fail. Everybody makes mistake, of course. He has gone through the process of whether it be punishment or rehabilitation. And the school is still barring him from education. You see the trap they set for your children to criminalize them or to divert them into criminality. Do you understand the danger of the education system penalizing a child twice and penalizing a child after they have gone through a prescribed process? This is setting up a child to fail in a failed or failing education system. When we say violence, I get out of hand in our education system. Gangs, left, right, and center across our communities, various communities, and many parishes. When you left a child out there what do you think you're doing? Do you think he's going to sit home and learn? Or you think you're pushing him closer to the gangs? Is it that bad that that child does not deserve a second chance? I don't understand where our education system is going, and that leads us into the next debacle. The two most failing of our infrastructure, education and health. Everybody always hear me call upon the government for ambulance emergency service, particularly to do with road accidents. I've always made that call. But we all know it's broader, it's much broader than that. Not just the accident, just about anything at all. We've seen this circle, we've seen time and time over again accident scenes across our country. And it's quite a devastation where I think a lot of the time, a lot of people lost their life because of the lack of first aid care, the lack of professional maneuvering of accident victims kill off a lot of people sometimes because our country doesn't have an emergency services. Even one of the time I was saying to the government, we know certain accident hotspots around the country, along your highways as well. Have an ambulance hideout, have an emergency hideout, where if anything happen along those highways, emergency service is in a nearby layout that can attend more rapidly. But nothing of the sort. We've also seen as well in a lot of fire situations, we do not have adequate or not next to no emergency fire assistance in our country. It's well known to all of us that having a police emergency in Jamaica, you can't really get help. Because half the time, your local police, whether them have it or not, them don't have a vehicle. Them don't have nobody to come. Isn't it then that we're a country left all on our own to fend for ourselves in whatever emergency situation we find ourselves in? Look at how we were treated and is still being treated in Hurricane Beryl. To the people of Jamaica, do you feel happy continuously, tribally, defending the Jamaica Labour Party, defending the People's National Party? And if we not drop down a road, we not go dead a road because we don't have an emergency service to assist in an emergency? Are you happy to continue voting for political parties where fire broke out in your community, if they do a flatten a dot before them reach? Are you happy to continue to vote for political parties that do not have crime implementation to make sure that you feel safe from crime? And when you do need the police and you call them, you can get them. Are you comfortable continuing like this in a country where there's no adequate emergency assistance in place? Hmm? It's a war zone healthcare situation, where people are dying on floor in the nation's airport, waiting to die on floor because of a price. So it's a makeshift war zone we're in. And even in a makeshift war zone, you get free emergency care because there's somebody out there. If your army team now have that someone of the NGO or charities out there, I do them care there. Look at our country. People are dying on floor in our national airport. And you're going to make politicians come to you, pay you $5,000 to $10,000, and you put them in power. And then tomorrow you take sick, you die for once. How much of our people die in hospital for lack of care? It's a rotten health service, my people. And if Jamaicans cannot wake up to vote at least for health care and education, if we cannot wake up to vote as Jamaicans, not as JLP and PNP, for at least health care and education, we're doomed to failure, Because an unhealthy society, an uneducated society, you know how it goes. You know how it goes if we're unhealthy and if we're uneducated. You know how it goes. Are we going to continue to vote for destruction and poverty? Are we going to continue to vote to fly abroad when we need certain surgery or certain treatment? Or are we going to hold our government to account and put them to work to make sure we don't sell with vote? But when we put you there, we put you there with a mandate. So therefore, when you go there, you're not going to for thief and have the hope of account, bank account, like Andrew Holness. The hope of bank account where I don't even know if Juliet know about them. Andrew Holness, I don't know why you don't resign, but that's between you and them. I may go wait to see how it go between you and the country. Because I think everybody must get up and demonstrate against such a crooked, corrupt government and force them to resign. This is a thief, yeah. This criminal, after robbing poor people, after high-skinned poor people's purse, put 300% on for them salary. Nigel Clark is yet. And even when him a run go, you see the public sector worker, them say them want them compensation closure before you left. Even though you make sure, because long time you audition for IMF, even though you make sure you fix your friend them and everybody, except for the people who keep public service turning over Nigel Clark. You've shafted them, did you not? There is growing disquiet rather among an increasing number of public sector workers over continued delay, which are being blamed on the Ministry of Finance and Public Service in bringing closure to lingering issues under the compensation review exercise. The Gleaner understands that the Jamaica Confederation of Trade Union and technocrats from the Ministry of Finance met on August 30th to conclude talks on the wording of an agreement to settle the outstanding matter. You have done so well, Nigel Clark, with our economy. But you have left the public service in tatters. I don't understand the great finance minister you've been hailed as, because I don't see how well that works for our economy. Because we've been told time and time again that for the last years, you all spent time fixing it. And now that it's fixed, it's going to start trickle down. It is going to start trickling down. But we don't see the trickle down even come to the public service. It not even reached there yet, Nigel Clark. We're not even feeling it in our economy. We're not seeing it. I mean, Juliet has seen it, has she not? Andrew has. And many thieves around them. Certainly not us. Is it? We haven't felt anything of it. Ungo tell we say it will start share. When though? Because the amount of uno thief out, I doubt there will be anything left there to share, isn't it? I doubt there's going to be anything after phone raking and craping. Do you think there's going to be anything left there to share based on how uno and rake and crepe and aguan, based on the amount of account we hear say Andrew have under bed, in a shoes, in a paint pan berry under mango tree? Do you think any much could have left after such a thieving, corrupt, criminal government run themselves to our budget for 8 years? Raid COVID money, raid donation from the US, raid Irada money, what it's called, Berry. Tell me what this government has run through and steal out. What do you think it has gone so? It's done gone a long time. You have not cleared up any crime, and you have not apologized for any of the lies Should have gone long time. You should never have been there. But for the Prime Minister to say that JCF will produce more of you, that means the more we're going to get thrown over precipice, Fitz, is it not? And your Wholeness, if the JCF is going to produce more of Fitz Bailey, we're going to get thrown over the precipice and told there's no foul play. We're going to get stabbed 22 times, shot as well, and told no breaking and entry, but nobody in the house kill you. Of course, JPS will CF will produce much more of Fitz Bailey under Horace Chang, blind Aga. Blind and lead blind. It is where security and law enforcement has ended up in our country, led by the blind. The blind left or right police force that is led by a blind criminal stone crusher gang leader, illegal gun importer, crime creator. We can't go foreign. We seal indictment await upon you. If Andrew dead tomorrow, we have a criminal, a gangster, an illegal gun smuggler in Dr. Horace Chang for Prime Minister. What an oopsie-daisy. What an oopsie-daisy of a country. It can't get. You think you can get worse, and your Wholeness?
The report has apparently, and notice I'm choosing my words very, very carefully, because me not see it. Me not have a copy. Yeah? Apparently, the report has found a number of bank accounts. Bank accounts where the Prime Minister's name is attached to. Bank accounts that apparently were not declared. And this is where we want to see the report. Why were they not declared? Why? Did he use them? Over what period of time did he use them? The report has apparently, and notice I'm choosing my words very, very carefully. It me not have a copy. Yeah? Apparently, the report has found a number of bank accounts. Bank accounts where the Prime Minister's name is attached to. Bank accounts that apparently were not declared. And this is where we want to see the report. Why were they not declared?
Me play it twice, Andrew. For you here, see a Cliff. Sister. Know me. Cliff. Your mouthpiece who is auditioning for tax break contract from the PNP government. Yes. London Bridge is. I wonder if Matt is being hoist to come in at the leadership race to come. Hmm? There is so much speculation around little Matt. Hmm? Will Matt come out and speak? Because Andrew mouth stitch, you know. Andrew's bank accounts, plural. Hmm? No one. Plural bank accounts. Undeclared. I wonder if money are run through them prime minister. And if money is running through them prime minister, I wonder if the auditor general have access to tell with how much run through them and where it run go and where it end up and who it run to prime minister. The enrichment of you and your wife, prime minister, the enrichment of your family, prime minister. I wonder if it have anything to do with the crocus bag of bank accounts. God, Jesus, this guy, Andrew Holness led regime. Things just a turn up and turn up and turn up and turn up. So, of course, the prime minister couldn't have signed the code of conduct. Given the amount of secret bank account, undeclared bank account, the prime minister is running, then of course it would be hypocritically unethical. How you would have termed that. I don't even know how to term it, Andrew Holness, because we run out of things to term your stealing and your corruption right now. Hmm? We run out of term, Andrew Holness, to term your stealing, your corruptions. What we are clear of, Andrew Holness, that there is no more believable lies that you can tell. You know that family member Juliet having foreign with do the hope of drugs, Andrew Holness. And your baby mother in England, one of your no baby mother, one of your girlfriend in England were on the meat importing business. Does those accounts, Prime Minister, have anything to do with any of those galangi? Is there any money running through these accounts going to any gangsters, Prime Minister, or any dons of any communities? Is there any of Bolt's money, Prime Minister, in any of those accounts? Jesus Christ, what a man thief. Hmm? Oh, one man can't thief, so. Your pocket full, your belly full, your mouth full. Go on now, no, Andrew. Hmm? Andrew, go on now. Mouth full, belly full, pocket full, Andrew, go on. You know, see, I mash up the Jamaica Labour Party. Why is the Jamaica Labour Party going down with one person? It don't sound logical. It don't look sensible. An entire party is going down for two toto thief, you know. Two toto thief. An entire party. Do you think the party can revive under the Andrew Holness-led regime, central executive of the Jamaica Labour Party? Are you prepared for a wipeout of the Jamaica Labour Party, worse than Siaga, based on the corruption and the treachery of Andrew Holness? What a hullabaloo. A Cliff sister, you know? Not me. Cliff. Cliff. Outer Cliff. Mouth. Outer Cliff. Frog face. Yes. Not mine.
The report has apparently, and notice I'm choosing my words very, very carefully, because me not see it. Me not have a copy. Yeah? Apparently, the report has found a number of bank accounts. Bank accounts where the Prime Minister's name is attached to. Bank accounts that apparently were not declared. And this is where, why were they not declared? Why?
Yes. Why were they not declared? Did he use them? How much money run through them? And to what connections money run through them? Is there any of the money from our public purse running through them illicitly, unethically, misappropriately? Can Andrew Holness continue at the helm of our government with so much corruption, crime, and fraud? Is the country going to allow a criminal to continue at the helm? Or will the people of Jamaica take a stand against the most corrupt government we've ever had in our country? Do you think it's going to get any better? I mean, look at since February 26th to now. It's a slow rolling down the Swanee. They are going to get there. It's only a matter of time. With Andrew Holness at the helm, there's simple no turning back. Straight over the cliff. If the central executive of the Jamaica Labour Party cannot see the death of the party led by Andrew Holness in the next general election, those in the Jamaica Labour Party with political ambitions, government and leadership ambitions, will you allow your career to die with a thief? With one who has filled every bucket him can pick up? Andrew Holness has filled every bucket he can pick up. Are you all willing to let your career go down with the worst that has ever led the Jamaica Labour Party? Are you prepared to go out in the cold for another 18 or 20 years? Because this is where Andrew Holness is taking the Jamaica Labour Party. A slow but sure death. Andrew Holness is not electable at the next election. The party under Andrew Holness is not electable at the next election. He has seriously destroyed the credibility, any of it, that the Jamaica Labour Party had left. A prime minister that has been mobbed by corruption. Look at the looting and shooting in our education budget under this government. Look at the looting and the shooting in the healthcare budget under this government. Look at the amount of people that have to step down or get put aside because of stealing on corruption under this government. The SSL scandal under this government. The precision of the worst budget under this government with the IMF specialist, Dr. Nigel Clark. And you, the Jamaica Labour Party Central Executive, want to tell me that you trust Andrew Holness to stand at the next general conference, annual conference for the Jamaica Labour Party, and to lead the next election? Hey, we don't realize that about no Obi and I walk again. We don't realize from Babsy dance around the grotto, it all mash up Prime Minister. From Babsy gyrate herself around the grotto. Judgment. How you cross over? How you cross over, Prime Minister? Send Babsy in reverse around the candle and the grotto. It never worked. It's been a slow rolling over the cliff. It has been a slow roll over the cliff, Prime Minister. It has been a slow roll over the cliff, Jamaica Labour Party. We're not going to make Andrew Holness take down the whole ship with him. Well, there's still lifeboats, you know. The lifeboats are still afloat. You mean to say, no, the ambitious end of the Jamaica Labour Party, 49 thieves, you're all going down with one man? One man, so would not make take the whole honor down. I mean, if you walk behind Andrew Holness and his wife, the amount them teeth, something bound to drop out of them bag. And one decide to go down with Andrew Holness and his wife. I never see such madness. Because one thing I don't want, you know, the landslide, illegitimate though it is, of the 2020 general election, I don't want such landslide in our country again. Sorry. I don't want one crooked party to control the legislature. It's not good for democracy. One party controlling your legislature, doesn't matter who for party it is. It is not good for democracy. We've seen Andrew use that power time and time over to assault the legislative process and the Constitution. So I don't want a wipeout of the Jamaica Labour Party at the next election. I want a balanced parliament. Andrew just got to go. Everybody is of that consensus. Andrew just have to go. Andrew has done enough. Andrew has effed it up enough. But uno pay him. Hey, God, Jesus. The whole honor, you know. The St. Andrew, lot of the People's National Party have their constituency conference. They came with gospel, they came with reggae. But me here they came with move and make me fuck up in here. Wanna come to fuck up PNP or budget or constitution or legislative process or healthcare or education. What are you coming to fuck up? It is time for uno politician stop playing these songs pan a campaign. Forget the people's mind, forget especially young people's mind. But uno don't do anything for young people. What uno coming to fuck up? Or budget, constitution, health, water like Matt. It is time for the campaign cut out in a Jamaica. Time for cut out. I make Jamaica people so full and tribal because them enjoy the party and all of the nonsense that our campaign and our motorcade brings without any policy or any substance. If the company campaign and say to you, I'm going to raise rice tomorrow, and you say, hey, I'm going to raise chicken back tomorrow, and you say, because you're not listening. And this is a politics. It is the problem with Jamaica's motorcade and campaign. When you don't listen. So I will never tell them, so them, I'm going to raise the things. We don't cheer for them. Great our government has become a prime minister with undeclared bank accounts, plural. No one way never use when a member, you know, whole heap. Bank account when you have to walk within a crocus bag. Bank account where the prime minister have to throw up and donkey cat. Him one can carry the amount where Andrew and his wife thief since then come in. The money can't lift up and back. This is the government where run the country. Yes. This government who told you that my cabinet is been sought after abroad. Marley, me here say I got Canada, go head up something. What it is? Dulfort. Where I go head up? And where? Boy, may I tell you, it's sad, it's bad, and it's terrible. And the dirty CVM with the big yard, we won't send home Kitty. When you don't say Kitty, I have postpartum depression. Yes, Kitty, may I say it now? Because it looks like you have a breakdown. Why the rush Kitty for control social media? And over the TVJ and none of them, with Dana with the hair, where she wash it so till it drop off. Won't call Shelly to get a wig. I come tell you, if you go over CVM, they go verify if story goes or not. Wicked and lie as Cliff Hughes is. They're telling them all the while. I will listen to Cliff Hughes, but I cannot listen to them people over CVM and TVJ. The absolute nonsense, the big yard, the wedding dress chaser, and the pregnant mothers chasers. That's what them broadcast over there. Everybody know how to sit down under mango tree CVM. And that's all you do over there. Everybody, boy, know how to sit down under mango tree. So there's nothing special going on over CVM. Most, if not all of us Jamaicans have sat under a mango tree at some point in our life, CVM. So there's nothing going on over there that we have not done at some point in our life. We've all CVM sat under a mango tree. It's literally like that. It's really not more than that, CVM. We've all sat under a mango tree. You don't hear any of them over there probing and want to know what this report is about, what is in it, who the report is about. Them don't want to know. Not at all. It is not of any importance to any of them because they've been paid heavily to keep their mouth shut. I wonder if them accounts, Andrew McCase, man, we want to know how much account, how much money run through them over time, the source of the money that run through them, Prime Minister, the recipient of the money, Prime Minister, if it's a storing account, Prime Minister, how much is the balance in the account? And of course, we want to know the source where the money come from. Whether it be stolen out of our budget, if it's been stolen out of Bolt's investment, if it's any drug dealing that linked to any of these big drugs boss, well, if down a bus it, or not take it and share it up behind closed door, and it just go like a butter against sun, so Prime Minister. There's so many questions. The problem is we're dealing with a either shut lip or a lying government. That is the disaster that Jamaica has ended up into. And you don't see the people in any case to get rid of Andrew Holness. Because when it has become so clear that a government is so corrupt, and the people are not even willing to come out and stage a peaceful protest requesting a resignation of the most corrupt leader we've ever had, we're in a terrible situation. We are in a terrible situation. Are we, a foreign alone, have problem with the situation Jamaicans are facing at home? You don't look like Jamaicans at home are really having the problems and the nightmares that we are having with this treacherous, corrupt, criminally aligned, looting and shooting of the public purse government. Terrible. Terrible. A government of old sick people. Babs just come out the hospital. Mike Henry the on bed. J.C. Hutchison try rub it out with donkey. Hardly Shaw need Mike to talk. Mike's Carl Samuda. There's so many deadbeats. There's ton of deadbeats in the Jamaica Labour Party. The sorry for no Jamaicans. We can't go walk and talk, yes, so. We can only walk and talk. But you see the doing part? The doing part, Jamaicans. Phone work. A phone work. You understand? But it terrible. It depressing. When you see how a government steal from poor people and still have the nerve to turn around and tell poor people that you have done the best for them. It's a dangerous psychological warfare declared on you by your government. Where they might dig out your eye and I tell you, say, hush, don't complain. And a pain it a pain you. I just show you frightened over what me I do. Why it a pain you? It really don't pain. Me digging out your eye really don't pain you. It's only because you're afraid, say me I dig out your eye. Why you think say your eye a pain you? It not pain you, I just show you think it a pain you. And that's what government I tell you. We fix the economy up here. And we're going to make us start feel it. We know what the problem be. Road, water, light. Your local this and your local that. Yes, them tell you so. Them tell you that. Of course they did. But thank you all very much for being here with us tonight. Join us back tomorrow morning for our At a Glance program. And don't forget that Drive Time London will be on the Global TV studio only at 6 p.m. UK time, 12 p.m. Eastern time, I believe. So make sure you're following Global TV Studio, as that is where Drive Time London is being broadcast. But we are awaiting, because the other day it was been touted, yes, even by nationwide, that there may be a early reconvening of Parliament, if that's the word, to deal with the report. If the report is adverse to the Prime Minister's interests, are we going to have the delay and dancing with these reports as we had with the Nigel report where Gillette Holland pan for dear life? There's no report here. Mark Golden is lying. The report never do good. The report never submit properly. There's a dereliction in Miss Curtis's duty, and all sorts are running all over the place just to protect, one, Nigel, and two, to soften the blow at the local government election. Will there be a delay in dancing, over releasing, over tabling this report as well, which is expected to be adverse to the Prime Minister's, I won't say integrity, that's the word, but because the Prime Minister doesn't have any integrity, then it's hard to use the word because it never come with integrity from morning. That's the problem. That's the problem with the Andrew Holness. He never turn up with integrity from morning. So having it now, Lord Jesus, what a problem Jamaica buck up in. Hmm? Water certainly more and flour, yeah. But is this enough for the Jamaica Labour Party to get rid of Andrew Holness? Have they seen enough to show that Andrew Holness has crippled the electability of the Jamaica Labour Party? Thank you very much for being here with us tonight. Join us back tomorrow for our At a Glance program. After that will be our Drive Time London on Global TV Studios. And our final program of the night, The People's Point of View, on the Broadcasting Hold Group on at 11 p.m. my time, 6 p.m. on your Eastern time, depends on where you are. Thank you very much, and good night from Global Television.